Yeah, hi guys.
We get an exclusive access with
Hello everybody, this is Nneka on Wahala Vox Africa. I hope you are inspired.
Okay, we get 10 minutes very quickly. You start with a song called Wahala. What's going on?
It's a song that I wrote when I was in Lagos. What kind of inspired me to write it is the life.
The life.
Chaos in Lagos, and at the same time the peace within that chaos.
Trying to define Wahala. I'm from Rwanda and I'm doing a show called Wahala. I'm not from Nigeria, so it's always good to have like a definition from Nigerian artists. Last one was Kezaya, who explained to us what Wahala is. What is Wahala to you? What does that mean? Is it a negative or positive thing?
It depends though, depends. Some people call me, like they call me Madame Wahala.
Madame Wahala?
Yeah, as somebody that comes with the storm, somebody that is heavy, someone that is forceful. But it must not necessarily be a negative or derogatory, how do you say, association. So, I mean, but if I say which one, like for instance, if I'm I don't know if for instance you're walking down the street somewhere and then somebody comes and I don't know, steals your bag and you're like, which kind of wahala be this?
Oh.
So you're like complaining about what kind of problems will you. So it basically, it is, I think in your case, for the fact that it is a show you're doing, I mean, you are Wahala.
We are Wahala.
You are freaking Wahala.
Yes, and it's a good way.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Because I like your Wahala. Your Wahala does not get, it does get on my nerves sometimes.
Already?
Wait. Already? It gets on my nerves, but it's inspiring.
That's good. Okay, inspiring.
Inspiring Wahala.
Inspiring Wahala. You're on stage, your album, the second album is called No Longer At Ease. People who haven't seen you perform recently, they don't really know that, they need to experience you live. But there's that line that always struck to me when I saw you first perform at SOAS 2 years ago. And you really took the time to explain to the people at the beginning of the show that you're not there to entertain them. You are there because you are no longer at ease with the state of things. So what is, there's a red line that goes between all your songs of the two albums, and what is that you're no longer at ease? What do you think that your music, what the purpose of your music? Is it self-expression or there's a double?
The main purpose is, I mean, I'm talking about I stress many topics, like I talk about corruption, I talk about hypocrisy, I talk about injustice or jealousy of any kind of exploitation, how Africa is being exploited, how Africa is mistreating itself, and how other people have come, or the Western world have come to suppress Africa. But at the end of the day, the major issue and the solution to all that wahala at the end of the day is love. So the major issue and the major message that I represent is love.
there's another song that you sung tonight that I haven't heard on the first album, I haven't heard on the second album.
Valley.
The Vagabonds.
Oh, okay, Vagabonds.
The Call and Response one.
Yeah.
Tell us about a little bit about the song. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about our leaders?
Yeah.
As you all know, VIP means very important person. Yeah. I decided to change the definition of that abbreviation into what we consider as vagabonds in power, because it goes out to those who make rules, regulations, and do not keep to them. Those who write constitutions and do not keep to their words. Those who make promises. And at the end of the day, all those things they say is only for their own self-profit, for their own self-gratification. In other words, for their own pockets. Those corrupt politicians, those corrupt pastors, those corrupt popes, parents, etc., name them, were capable of doing plenty things with human beings. So those vagabonds in power, those that consider themselves VIPs, they do not really know what they are. Alright? So, what I want you to do now is sing with me to the tax. Vagabonds in power. Vagabonds in power. Vagabonds in power. Vagabonds in power. Vagabonds in power like this. Vagabonds in power. Correct. Good. When it's your turn, I'll let you know. Alright? Let's do this together. One love. Turn that guitar up, please. Vagabonds in power. 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 Vagabonds in
Corrupt political leaders. I mean, at the end of the day, how do I say? I cannot point a finger and not involve myself. We're all part of this world. We're all part of one entity, and for that entity to function properly in one accord, all of us have to remind ourselves that we're part of it. So if I'm saying vagabond in power, to that person, to those people who make rules, regulations, those who consider themselves the VIPs, those who I consider as vagabonds, I still will not remove myself from the system because I am part of it. If we want change to happen, we cannot just point fingers on politicians or point fingers on America alone, George Bush and Obama and the rest of them.
There's some responsibility.
There's so much responsibility that we have to take.
It's true, and I see that, I listen to a lot of artists. They always talk about love, and it seems to become a bit of a shallow ideas of what the artists talk about. Bob Marley and all those guys. They always talk about love, and you have a way to interact with your audience. Do you feel that the people understand what you're about when you talk about your message, or they're more interested about your music? Because I heard some comment that you were saying that sometimes they might not get it.
In all, like a song like for instance, a song like Heartbeat. That song is about the way Africa has been exploited. And if
so when you say my heart is bleeding,
it is
can you
Mama
feel the pain
Africa
I'm feeling?
that is singing to the descendants, singing to her inhabitants, singing to her children, and singing to those who have come all the way from outside in the name of missionary, in the name of religion, in the name of love, in inverted commas. But they're all wearing masks.
Yeah, of course, they do.
For their own self-talk.
My friend who just seen got me onto Nneka, love her, beautiful, amazing, listen to the message, take it in, take notice people, brilliant.
Exclusive, that was the Nigerian artist of the Niger Delta live in Brighton. Amazing audience, young audience, very sexy audience. There was more female than male. Amazing, you know, you would have felt like, you know, it was like some kind of a stunt. No, people get inspired, female get inspired by the sound of Nneka. You just heard it now. Negative or positive thing?
It depends though, depends. You know. Some people call me, like they call me Madame Wahala.
Madame Wahala?
Yeah, as somebody that comes with the storm, somebody that is heavy, someone that is forceful. But it must not necessarily be a negative or derogatory, how do you say, association. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, but if I say which one, like for instance, if I'm yeah, I don't know if for instance you're walking down the street somewhere and then somebody comes and I don't know, steals your bag and you'll be like, which kind of wahala be this?
Oh.
So you're like, complaining about what kind of problems will you. So it basically, it is, I think in your case, for the fact that it is a show you're doing, I mean, you are Wahala.
We are Wahala.
You are freaking Wahala.
Yes, and it's a good way.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Because I like your Wahala. Your Wahala does not get, it does get on my nerves sometimes.
Already?
Wait. It's a song that I wrote when I was in Lagos. What kind of inspired me to write it is the life.
The life.
Chaos in Lagos, and then at the same time the peace within that.
Yeah, hi guys.
We get an exclusive access with
Hello everybody, this is Nneka on Wahala Vox Africa. I hope you are inspired.
Okay, we get 10 minutes very quickly. You start with a song called Wahala. What's going on?
That chaos.
Trying to define Wahala. I'm from Rwanda and I'm doing a show called Wahala. You know, I'm not from Nigeria, so it's always good to have like a definition from Nigerian artists. Last one was Kezaya, who explained to us what Wahala is. What is Wahala to you? What does that mean? Is it a negative?